Well, in the great words of Pops, you win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day. And that's exactly what the Chicago Cubs do as they advance on to face the Milwaukee Brewers in the National League Division Series. Let's talk about it. Welcome in, everybody, to Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. I am your host, Mike Jones, here with you guys. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but I am hype above hype. The Chicago Cubs on Thursday afternoon went and played a ball game against the San Diego Padres, and they took care of business. That's right. The Chicago Cubs did it on defensive end. We got just enough offense to win, and the bullpen took care of their part of things. And yeah, man, Chicago Cubs held the San Diego Padres to just one run in that game. And listen, I'll tell you this. A lot of credit has to go around, but the Chicago Cubs, literally, I want to start with one, Craig Counsell. Craig Counsell managed his ass off for 2 games. I was a little bit leery on that third game, on the second game in between the middle. Obviously, they lost that game. Some questionable decisions from Craig, and I'm sure in this next series against the Brewers, we'll have even more questions for Craig. But nonetheless, the Chicago Cubs do what they have to do, which is win a damn baseball game. And they did it. They did it the best way possible. They did it how they've done it all season long. Not about the home runs, not about scoring the runs. It was all about the defense, the Gold Glove defense that surrounds the Chicago Cubs. I'm talking about Nico Hoerner to Michael Busch. I'm talking about Dansby Swanson to Michael Busch. I'm talking about Matt Shaw to Michael Busch. I'm talking about my man PCA out there in center field. And also Seiya Suzuki over in right field that's been playing right field for Kyle Tucker. I'm talking about the Chicago Cubs and how they have performed. And they have performed well enough, not great, but well enough to get you to the postseason against the National League Division against the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's go in and let's talk about this game. Chicago Cubs in this game, you have Michael Busch go 3 for 4, score 1 run, hit a home run, and an RBI. You had Nico Hoerner go 1 for 4 in this game. Ian Happ went 1 for 3 in this game. Kyle Tucker, guys, there's a Kyle Tucker sighting. Kyle Tucker went 2 for 4 in this game. Carson Kelly went 2 for 3 in this game. Pete Crow Armstrong went 3 for 4 in this game. Dansby Swanson went 0 for 3, and Matt Shaw went 0 for 3. We saw Jameson Taillon go pitch 4 innings of 2 hit, no runs scored, no walks, and 4 strikeout baseball on 60 pitches. Caleb Thielbar then came and followed that up, pitched 2/3 of an inning, and allowed 1 hit and 2 strikeouts. Daniel Palencia came in and pitched a 1 1/3 inning, allowing 2 hits, 1 walk, but no earned runs. Drew Pomeranz pitched the inning and went scoreless in that and did not allow a hit. Brad Keller pitched 1 1/3 inning, and he allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, which is a home run, and then 2 strikeouts also. And then Andrew Kittredge came in and finished off the game on 5 pitches, 4 of those being strikes, allowing the Chicago Cubs to advance to face the Milwaukee Brewers. That's all you need to know. We're headed around to the next end. Craig Counsell gave a speech to the team after the game where he simply said, "That's it. That's how you win a baseball game. And this magic carpet ride is going to continue. Enjoy this, but we got more work to do." Dansby Swanson was excited after the game. Pete Crow Armstrong was excited after the game. The team did celebrate with another champagne showers in the locker room as they clinched at home. And yeah, man, it felt so good. Felt so good for the Chicago Cubs and for this fan base. You guys, the Chicago Cub faithful, deserve as much credit as anybody else because you guys have stuck through this team we're stuck with this team this season through the thick and the thin. Thank you all that tuned in also to the live stream of this game and have been tuning in to the live streams of this games with me. Appreciate you guys so much. Can't say thank you enough to all of you. Yeah, man, the Chicago Cubs beat the San Diego Padres in a game that was won primarily off the defense of the Chicago Cubs. And they did what they had to do, and they took care of business. And because of that, like Jameis Winston says, we get to taste a W, another W, and we get a shot at more glory going up against the Milwaukee Brewers next. We'll talk about what that looks like, and we have to go back, and we also have to mention the notables from this last clinching game against the Padres. I have been talking ad nauseum, and I still will continue to talk about the product, the brand that has changed my life and can change yours too. What's that product? It's Dubby. It's an all-natural energy supplement that you can take on the daily to help you get through those urges, those moments when you want to nap, then when you hit the cliff, or if you had a long night the night before and need to get through another crazy day of the hustle and bustle, the 9 to 5, whatever you got going on, Dubby is your energy drink. That's right. Not to mention, when you buy a container of Dubby, it actually equals out to almost $1 per drink. You can mix it in with whatever you want, whether that be a juice, whether that be a water, whether that be some type of other energy flavored drink, whatever you want, you can mix Dubby with it and it will do the trick for you. Guys, I don't understand what you're waiting on. Dubby takes care of everything for you. All you have to do is go on to the Dubby website and place your order. And at this time, when you do that, all you have to do is put in Cubs Central Pod 2024. That's right, Cubs Central Pod 2024. And you get 10% off on your Dubby order. That's right. Listen, guys, I'm telling you right now, Jitterless Energy. They have all different types of different flavors for you. Dubby has what you need. Be better with Dubby. The Chicago Cubs have been through so much this season, and for them to be on this historic ride and to keep this ride going, where now they are headed to play against the Milwaukee Brewers in the division series, just means so much. How much does it mean? Well, Pete Crow Armstrong, after he caught the final out of the game against the Padres to clinch that series, his first instinct was to immediately turn around to the bleachers, scream and cheer and salute the bleachers that saluted him back as they celebrated together. One thing I just wanted to note to everybody, this is bigger than just one person. This is bigger than just a contract. This is bigger than just one player. This means more. This means something to this city. This means something to this fan base that lost Ryan Sandberg this year, a pillar in the Chicago Cubs community. So, like I said, it's important for us. It means something to us to celebrate and to do this in Ryan's honor. Like I said, it's just one of those things where it just means a lot. Notable players and players that deserve their props from this win. Gotta give shout outs first and foremost. Jameson Taillon. What a guy. What a stud. What a pitcher. Jameson Taillon came into this game and for 4 innings was unhittable. Could not get rocked. Kept composure the whole entire time. Did not give up one single home run. Kept these hitters for the Padres off kilter and did what he had to do to ensure a victory for this team. Led the way with his pitching. Next up, you got to give it up to the bullpen. The bullpen did what the bullpen does best. Slimy, greasy, stingy, nasty defense, just not allowing nothing to get past them. These pitchers came in and literally handled their business, not allowing walks, not allowing a bunch of hits, and just playing pristine baseball. And of course, the defense behind them, you can't talk without mentioning them. Let's talk first about center field, the PCA. PCA was the one that wrote a letter in the Players Tribune after the season ended and was talking about how he's trying to find himself and who he wants to be as a player. He knows he'll be good. He knows that he will rise to the occasion, because this is what it's all about, and this is all he's wanted it to be about. PCA in this game going 3 for 4 in this game, as well as playing superb defense out there in center field for the Chicago Cubs, basically being a black hole out there where teams just cannot get anything across to him. This is what you play for. Then, of course, if you're talking defense, you're talking Dansby "Damn" Swanson. Lieutenant Dans did his thing in this game. There's no doubt about it. He literally, Mike Schultz, the manager of the San Diego Padres, literally said Dansby Swanson won this series for the Chicago Cubs with his glove and his defense. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I think there are some other pieces that did their part, but Dansby Swanson, his defense definitely is a big part of this. I tweeted out during the game, this is why you go and you pay Dansby Swanson. This is why you go get someone like Dansby Swanson. We're not talking about who his stats do or his hitting during the first part of the season or anything like that. We're talking about what he does in the postseason, and how in the postseason, Dansby Swanson has been damn near untouchable for this first series. He has gotten base hits. He has driven in runs. And Dansby Swanson also then turned around in this game. And even though offensively he did not help the Cubs, defensively, he was the stalwart. He was the guy making the plays for this Chicago Cubs team. And this team loves him for it, including manager Craig Counsell. You want to also talk about Michael Busch, that gave us the insurance run, the home run that gave us that insurance run, that third one. Beautiful sight, beautiful moment for Chicago Cub fans as he took Robert Suarez deep out there to right center field, and literally the Chicago Cub faithful at Wrigley Field erupted. I'm telling you guys, nothing like it. And then, of course, last but not least, he's heating up. If he finds out who he is and figures out who he is, along with the way Say is playing and PCA starting to click back again, the Chicago Cubs could take us on a long ride through the postseason, because Kyle Tucker in this game saw the ball so well, hit the ball really, really well. Looked like he was kind of figuring himself out. Now, again, it was just two single base hits. There was no doubles, was no extra bases involved in that. But still, Kyle Tucker did what he had to do and took care of business when he got to the plate. That's all you can ask for out of your DH. Not mad about it at all. And like I said, last but not least, you want to give credit to Craig Counsell, pull guys just at the right time. Also did subs right at the right time. And of course, him and Tommy Hotovy had a game plan, and that game plan came into fruition, and they handled business. And the Chicago Cubs find themselves heading to Milwaukee to face a foe. Which, by the way, for our last topic, what lies ahead? That's right. What lies ahead for this team? Well, what lies ahead is the Milwaukee Brewers, who held the best record in the whole league and all of baseball this season. Those Milwaukee Brewers will be the Chicago Cubs' next opponent, the division rival Milwaukee Brewers, the guys that are just up the road at Wrigley North, where we feel most comfortable and at home playing. Those guys are the guys we're about to see next. And we play them in a best-of-5 series to see who will go on to play in the National League Championship Series. Guys, the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs, as if you don't have enough drama, these two have never played each other in the postseason. Craig Counsell, 2 years ago, left the Milwaukee Brewers high and dry instead of renegotiating a contract to come and manage the Chicago Cubs. You can't get any more drama than what this series is about to be. It's about to be full of drama. You couldn't write a better story or a better script than this series. Two teams that cannot stand each other, that have been feuding for years and years and years, finally meet each other in the postseason for an opportunity to go and play in the championship series against either the Dodgers or the Phillies. Who will win? Best of 5. I'm telling you guys, that's drama that you can't write. and I'm excited for it. And it'll all be over here on Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. At this time, though, again, we got to fly that W, baby. That's right, fly that W. The Chicago Cubs take the series 2-1 against the San Diego Padres. Saturday's game has not been announced. The time for Saturday's game against the Brewers have not been announced. Hopefully by Friday's show, we'll know. But I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts and your comments below on the game clincher against the Padres and what to expect against the Brewers. I appreciate you guys so much. Until next time, go Cubs, go.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the number one spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.